All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else. In today's video, we are going to go through the Thundercaller set. Now, this is a new set available during the Waking Flame patch, which will drop next week for PC, and I think it got pushed back another week for console. So I think it's like the first or second week in September now that we get it, like September 8th. Ish. I can't remember, but yeah, go check out the forums when they drop for them. But yeah, I wanted to, as you guys know, I like to go through the different sets in the PTS, look through them, tell you my thoughts, and yeah, so we're gonna do Thundercaller. Now this is one of the ones you get in the new dungeon. This is a light armor set, so we got 2-piece offensive penetration, 3-piece weapon and spell damage, 4-piece weapon and spell damage, 5-piece dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack, calls a bolt of lightning at your target, dealing 9,864 shock damage and leaving a 4-meter lightning crater at their location for 6 seconds, dealing 2,069 shock damage per second to enemies touching the crater. This effect can occur once every 12 seconds and scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. So I don't have all the best stuff. I'm on the PTS, but I just threw together something so you guys can kind of check it out. I'm on a stam sork right now. You see I have 5,900 weapon damage right now. I have infused weapon damage, Thundercaller, and then I'm wearing Briarheart with Balorg. Briarheart is basically to semi-simulate what happens when you have Clever Alchemist. I'm not going to go around and craft Clever Alchemist since I don't have the way shrines for crafting it on the PTS. But at least with this, I can get the crit, and I could show you like, hey, when you use Clever Alchemist, which is even more weapon damage than this is roughly the kind of damage that you're going to have. So this is a pretty straightforward set. I was just curious about the amount of damage. Fully charged heavy attack with rally. Like I said, 5890 weapon damage. Our tooltip is 11,595. If we proc Briarheart, let's try and proc Briarheart here real quick. There we go. We jump up to 12,782, and that's at around 6,500 weapon damage. So, pretty good proc. And yeah, it's a fully. Let's do a medium weave and see if that will proc it. Sometimes fully charged heavy attacks, if it says a heavy attack, sometimes it doesn't count. But yeah, it's got to be fully charged. There you go. It drops this big animation at their feet. It's a good proc, in my opinion. I think this is a pretty good proc. Now, how useful is this going to be? How often are people going to use this? You know, I don't know about that one because there's some other really good sets coming out this patch. And so this one is good. Don't get me wrong. Like I do think this is a strong set, and the fact that it coincides with heavy attacks, which is what a lot of other things work with, you can combine this with like the Vatishran 2H. So if you have this off a cooldown of the Vatishran 2H proc, both those work with heavy attacks. You land both those at the same time. If you're a stam sork and you're running crystal weapon, you could use that also, which also works off a heavy attack. Hold on, I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to talk and find it at the same time. And yeah, so let's pull up crystal weapon here. And yeah, so you can have this with your Vatishran proc with this lightning. That's a lot of burst all at the same time. You know it's going to happen every 12 seconds. It's a lot of coinciding for burst. Now, I definitely see this being used on Nightblades, to be honest. I know it's a light armor set, but I could definitely see this being used for like stamina or magicka Nightblades because, especially with like a 2H, because the heavy attack really coincides with Vatishran and everything. They can scale weapon damage better than other classes right now, because they can scale, because like their survivability base is more off of cloak, and so they're going to be able to use this more effectively. Now you see some classes out there that'll use, like there's some no CP builds that are using like Ashen Grip or like Deadland's Assassin, like sets like that. I'm pretty sure this is more damage, and so I'm not saying it's better. Like I'm not trying to say it's better, but it's a good set, and yeah, it's one of those things where it's like there's so many sets that coincide with fully charged heavies that you can make some interesting synergies, and most of the heavy attack sets are like dot or tick sets, like Undaunted Infiltrator, Undaunted Unweaver. They buff your heavy attack damage per tick like on your heavy attack lightning staffs, or even heavy attacks with any sort of weapon. But most people use them with like lightnings. This is burst at on top of it. Like this is burst with fully charged heavies. And so, yeah, I think you're going to see this on classes that want to utilize some burst, because yeah, I mean, it's tough to beat this. Like the synergy that you get with this is actually quite good, I think. And the 2, 3, and 4 piece is really nice. I mean, pen, weapon, and spell damage, weapon, and spell damage. Like there's no missed. Like this is a light armor set, but that 2, 3, and 4 piece, if you did jewelry and weapons, is perfect. Like that's perfect for any class in the game. So yeah, that's my thought on this set. I think it's pretty strong. Maybe I'm missing something though. If you guys have tested it more, or if you guys have thoughts on it, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.